good board against Branded, which will be very powerful. For example, Unicorn Fairy and Birth alone can be very powerful against Branded.
Absolutely, and as we can see here, it did celebrate for winning. What he told me before the match is his first die roll, because he told me he lost 6 out of 6, so this will be the first one.
That's why he celebrated.
Exactly. Maybe that's the stream luck, I guess, on his side. And yeah, it does start things off pretty strong. I think he's up against the first deck all weekend that is not playing any Anthrop in the deck, by the way. And makes sense, because Branded is a full combo deck. They really rely on, you know, maybe cards like Super Polymerization or
Thrust.
Yeah, and that's about it. But for this turn, at least, Themis is gonna be free to combo off for as much as he likes. And yeah, let's see if he's able to come up with something. Yeah, the usual stuff. So you were telling me that you came up with you know, an interesting combo with the Kashtira cards.
Yeah, Themis came up with a very interesting combo. I wonder if he will actually go for this line, because of course every combo is not for every deck, and he knows that he's playing against Branded.
Absolutely.
So I want to see what line he will choose.
And yeah, for now it's the usual stuff that we have seen. Pretty solid opener. And yeah, what a start.
So Themis hand, I think, has an imperm, which is
fair
interesting.
Enough. Yeah. On the other end, of course, there are some interesting tech cards in the deck from Gkyzis. But the main goal is obviously going first that Gimmick Puppet Nightmare lock, which is very scary. Okay, but he goes for an Appaloosa.
Which is very good against the Branded.
Yeah. And finally uses the Oak as well to get to the second Flamberge.
So he went for the main combo of the deck. Appaloosa, Flamberge, and IP Masquerena on the back.
Makes sense. Does he have anything else, or is he just gonna set this impermanence?
He can, I think, in his hand has a bonfire that he may choose to set as a bait.
Yep. Sets 2 and play is back to Gkyzis. Very fast execution by Themis of this combo, and let's see what his opponent goes for. I see a lot of spell cards, and a favorite of mine from back in the day, just in terms of artwork, which is the gold sarcophagus. It starts things off with the sarcophagus. Okay.
So he will probably banish Tragedy, Water Brand monster, a Despia monster.
Yeah, usually it's either Tragedy or Mercurier that you can go for, and it is Mercurier, okay. Which is gonna get negated right away.
Does he have Droplet?
Doesn't seem like it, which makes the play a little weird, I would say, in a way. You could also have chained it, I guess, to the sarcophagus, but yeah, it's gonna resolve, so...
Gkyzis has a very good combination of cards, like Lost and Blood Infusion.
And Themis is not gonna waste any time, gonna go for the Flamberge right away. And another one off in the Foolish Burial, okay. Yeah, they serve very similar purposes. They are just, you know, cards which gets you to your engine and potentially your branded fusion. But for now, yeah. Gonna go for Tragedy. Is he just gonna negate? Why not? Yeah, worked once. Might as well try it again.
And I think now Appaloosa has only one negate left.
Okay, and we see the opening. This might be the last interruption from Appaloosa.
It's very important that if the discard is, I think it's at Libium.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, the Gimme Puppet.
Oh, the Gimme Puppet.
The last two cards in hand, I am almost positive are Branded Lost and Branded Fusion, which kind of makes it as if he could have just started with that and prevented the Appaloosa completely, but I don't know. He's holding it onto that, and now we see the Quem. Yeah, I mean there is one more Appaloosa effect that can be used.
And we
No.
should not forget about the permanence also.
Yeah. At the moment, not too ideal. Honestly, you don't really care that much.
However, knowing Themis, I believe that he will probably use Appaloosa, so he will not give info to his opponent.
But yeah, you think you can wait, because the problem with opening is that, as you can see, it summons in defense. So it's not like your opponent can attack over the Appaloosa, so you might as well prevent. You're not really threatened by this Quem at the moment. Okay, does go for the Albion. And now it doesn't activate the Lost. I think it's lost. Like, I'm pretty sure it's lost, but
Yes, I also think
interesting.
that. Because probably Themis will use IP to special summon SP and banish Lost.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he preferred to activate Brand Fusion. And it
Gonna resolve.
resolves.
Yeah, it resolves. And yeah, Sanctifier gonna come down. And now in a new chain is gonna be able to, first of all, activate the Quem. And that's it. So he's gonna respond to the Appaloosa. No more counters, no more attack on the Appaloosa. And yeah, I mean, Themis is pretty much free to go for the Masquerade now. That impermanence is gonna be really, really strong.
Will he summon a spear? Maybe he chooses another card?
No, I think it makes a
Just
lot of
SP.
sense. Yeah. This allows him to go for both SP and the Flamber, and it's so much advantage.
SP will banish Gimmick Puppet.
And then, yeah, gets to summon back Chu. Yeah, this is so much advantage. And we do know the last card in hand is not gonna help significantly. Which makes it so that Basilis is with, not many options left for this turn.
He has also the effect of Sanctifier. And I'm pretty sure that his last card is apparently lost.
Yeah, I thought so as well. Okay.
He will enter battle phase. Appaloosa has no more effects on negate.
Yeah. Okay. Seems like he wants to go for a Memphis to Albion. Yeah, sends
It's
the
cost to send.
retribution. You need some help right here, right now, and this only gets you back.
He doesn't get to draw since Albion wasn't great.
Exactly. And as you can see here, he's just considering his options, but it seems like they are quite limited at the moment. Gonna use the retribution, get back the opening, and that's about it. Wow. Good attempt, but probably those -2 due to Foolish Burel and Gold Sarcophagus costed him the match, because if he would have tried it out maybe with the lost, he could have had a little bit more of hope. Now he's in a very tough position. I don't see how he's ever winning this game with Temis with like what 5 cars in hand, I think.
Yeah.
It's such an amazing advantage at the moment on him. And he is also quite experienced in general with branded, as mentioned. He was playing the deck.
As we mentioned before,
Yeah.
when you visit the Greek nationals.
Yeah, exactly. When he was the current Greek champion in that time, yeah.
He activates Albaz in order to summon Mirror Jade. But I think that
Yeah.
Themis will just use his impermanence here.
He's considering, but yeah, he knows the opening now is completely useless. And yeah, as you can see here, Basilis nodding, not happy about the situation. But I mean, even if
And
it would have resolved, I don't know how much it would have changed. Yeah. And Tragedy being a level 1 is not even that bad. Might come up. Weirdly enough. I mean, he has full information. The last basically the last thing he has to consider is the Quem. Because if you commit an extra deck summon, then Quem can bring back Cartesia, and that's pretty much the only play that Basilis has. And that's exactly what we are going to see, I think. Very well
Themis
played.
understands that.
Yeah. He doesn't want to take any unnecessary risk. And he's okay with basically not winning now and just saying, okay, I'm gonna push you out of this duel regardless. You can have another turn. It won't matter.
Probably he will summon Nightmare Phoenix to destroy the opening.
Okay, seems like he wants to go right away into a Link
To
3.
Princess.
Then he's gonna be able to use the, yeah. Princess, and yeah, this is so much advantage. The only line left is this Tragedy, which can be banished to bring back a Branded Fusion next turn.
I believe that Themis will just place it on the back row with Flamberts though.
Yeah, maybe. And this is exactly what he's debating, and makes sense. Still hasn't committed his normal summon either. 5 cards in hand, lot of possible options. Okay, gonna go for the Raging Phoenix into Zelantis, makes sense.
A very good play from Themis, since now the Sacrifier is face down and Princess can target to destroy it.
Yeah, this is just very well execution by Themis, so much advantage, and I think soon enough we'll see the end of this game 1 with Themis in the lead. I mean, we mentioned it, one of those players with the most international experience at this event, and
A lot of great successes in the national and international level.
Also, yeah, the national championships.
And of course, being a national champion during 2019.
6 cards in hand, and yeah, finally commits
He normal
to a
summoned
normal.
all
Yeah,
this time. And Nightmare Phoenix
makes sense.
will be summoned.
Get rid of the last card, which he knows about, which is the opening. Gets a fresh new draw. Yep. And he gets Ghost Ogre.
So, not very helpful against Branded.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I mean, this is brutal.
Can Vasilis turn this over with the Branded Fusion?
I mean, I would be shocked if it was enough. He still hasn't drawn any of his Kashtira cards, weirdly enough, by the way, because the idea is if you can access another Flamberge, then you can go for the tech card you were telling me about in the extra deck. And
I
this might
think
be the
now you
line.
will see.
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
time for it.
This is the line that you told me about, and that is specifically really good against Branded. And there it is.
A very great innovation from the Themis Gkyzis and Gkyzis.
Yeah.
They're the guys that thought about this.
Yeah, number 38, such a strong option. He does get the Cartesia back, but this is quite tough. So let's see if there is any hope at all to fight back. Obviously, he can special summon the Cartesia. What is the last card? Maybe the Aluber.
Aluber.
Oof, Aluber is actually a huge one. But I think that's it because of the Ghost Ogre, right? You don't use it here. You know the spell is useless.
When Cartesia activates
Exactly,
the effect,
you chain the Ogre, and that's pretty
It's-
much GG.
it's one of the few times that Ghost Ogre is really good against
Yeah.
Branded.
That's true.
Themis knows about this and just waits for the right moment.
And that's about it. Obviously gonna check his graveyard and
Vasilis understands.
yeah.
Yes.
He picks up
That's
his
it.
cards. Very long and well fought game one, but Tammy's opening was just too strong. And although we didn't see it turn one, eventually we got to see this number 38 Arbringer, which is definitely an interesting inclusion and it's going to work out really well. But congratulations to Tamis. Now, though, we switch over to the side decks. And the branded deck going first is quite scary.
A lot.
We saw the Gimme Puppet Nightmare, and obviously there are a lot of ways to access it. The deck is super consistent. We saw it, Sarcophagus, Foolish Burial, like he's playing a lot of these one-offs, which just makes it so consistent.
And also Vasilis is using Branded Banishment in his side deck, another way to give Gimmick Puppet to his opponent.
Yeah, and at the same time, I also really like the triple tactic thrust, because usually, depending on what your opponent does, you have the talent, but you also have fusion duplication, which is a very nice card in case you get it with the Ash Blossom on branded fusion. So I think you don't really need to side deck much going first. Your deck is really strong. On the other hand, Themis doesn't really have the side deck to fight it going second, I would say. He's focusing on like breaking the field, but that doesn't work against the Gigmin Puppet, unfortunately. So for now, I think he's just gonna try to pray the Ash on branded fusion works.
An interesting choice from Themis is Forbidden Droplet, though.
Yeah.
That it may be helpful.
Absolutely, that can be a way to stop things off, but yeah. Whatever, even if things don't go his way, as we mentioned plenty of times, Game 3 is there, and in Game 3, instead, he does have some really good options in the side deck. So, but for now, let's stay focused up into the present. It will be Vasilis going first with the branded deck. Let's see what combo is able to accomplish. And it seems like our duelists are pretty much ready with their side decks. And yeah, nice fist bump. Let's take a look at this end.
So it's Foolish Burial.
Card, okay, Foolish Burial and 4 monsters. Okay. While for Themis,
I think.
he might not have anything to
Yes.
stop, maybe. Okay, interesting opener.
A very good play from Vasilis to play around the permanence on Aluber.
Yeah. Here is the number one, moment for branded players, but it does resolve. And when branded fusion resolves, the win rate of the deck just skyrockets completely. As you can see here, you can do so much off that one card. And yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, he might have a Bestial maybe, but that's about it for Themis. I think he might have a. Is he playing Druid's Worm or yeah?
He has a talent also.
Yeah. But in terms of interruptions, I'm pretty sure he has a Druid form, but that's about it. As you can see, just like Themis played really quickly in game 1, the same goes for Basilis now. When uninterrupted, he's just playing super fast. And
He knows his combo.
Yeah. He's happy, of course, that he's getting to resolve them. And let's see. The branded lost also makes it quite weird to interact. Themis must be careful with his Bestial, because in a lot of spots he won't be able to use it on the summon of his opponent fusions.
He can wait to use Druid's Worm in his turn.
Yeah.
But
Ooh, and now though,
Mercurial.
the Mercurial is huge. Because as you can see, the Give Me Puppet is set up, and the Mercurial will make sure that you can negate the Bestial. So unless there is a miracle off the top from Themis, we might have a quick one on our ends. Yeah, and play is back to Themis. It seems like very soon. Obviously, we are recovering Cartesia, activating the effect of Mirror Jade.
Maybe for...
Yeah, Titanic Land, as you can see. Very well played by Basilis. I mean, you can see how experienced he is with the deck.
Vasilis is very experienced with the deck. He's very comfortable with it. And he's a new player, actually.
Oh, okay.
And he performs really well.
Nice to hear. And yeah, seems like play is back to Themis, who top decks a second talent. Not exactly what he was looking for, and I think, yeah, we are gonna push the trigger right away. As expected, there is not much that his opponent can do, because now, due to Brandon lost, yeah, he cannot do anything, and Themis quickly scoops up his deck. Wow. Definitely not what we expected right away, but sometimes that's how it goes. And we did mention that the deck was really well positioned going first. It's one of the scariest deck of the day of the event. And yeah, it's quickly just the 1-1. We are all going to game 3 once again in this future match.
Of course, Vasilis played very well his turn. He knew exactly what he was doing. That's why he was confident and playing as fast as he could. As he saw that Brand Fusion got resolved, he knew that he had the advantage. And I want to see if Themis is prepared for this game 3. Of course, he's using his side cards like D-Barrier, as we have seen in all the feature matches.
Exactly, and this is what we were mentioning. He doesn't have much for going second in this matchup, but 3 copies of Dimensional Barrier in the side deck is something that, when you pick it up, almost wins you the game on the spot. So it will be great news for Themis if he picks that up. On the other end, Basilis has quite a few interesting side deck cards. He finally brings in some 8 in the forms of the Nibirus. And outside of that, he also has evenly matched, which is interesting potentially in the matchup. Not too popular this weekend. One of the few players we have seen playing the card. Well,
Nibiru is an interesting choice for Branded, since a lot of players not respect hand traps against Branded. However, talking with Themis, I know that he respects Nibiru in the Branded matchup exactly for this reason, because all the Brand players are thinking that their opponent will not respect Nibiru, and they get Nibiru, and Themis knows that.
Yeah, absolutely. Still, we haven't seen any Kashtira card at all from Themis, so let's see if he draws one of them going first this time around. And obviously, once again, although playing around Nibiru, the goal would be setting up the number 38, because it would be pretty annoying. And
since it protects Appaloosa from attacking and also negating a spell, which is very important in the branded.
As you can see, Themis is pretty much done, his opponent as well, and for one of them, this will be the chance to advance with a 6-1 record into the remaining 2 rounds of the event.
So the only change, I think, for Themis is that he probably side out Ghost Ogre and side in Dimensional Barrier. The card's that so powerful that if he has Druid, I think it will be the end of game 3.
Yeah, obviously it's a very scary card. It was back, you know, a couple of years ago, and it still is nowadays. So not really many outs you can have outside. Yeah, over like a super poly in the draw phase if Themis doesn't play around that.
Or cross out for Dimensional Barrier.
Yeah, but he's not even playing it at all, so it's tough. But there they are. So let's try to take a look at this opening 5 from Themis.
And a fist bump.
Nice fist bump, and there is a super poly. Okay, I see the Ash, which is already pretty decent. And a droplet. Interesting that he kept those going first, but as you mentioned, he didn't have much to side in. Alright, and as we know, we can expect a pretty similar opening as to game 1.
Again, Themis didn't draw any of the Kashtira cards.
Yeah, no Kashtiras whatsoever.
However, he has an Nibiru in his hand, which is very important. So he discarded Poplar to summon Witch and set Original, and activating Field Spell to place probably, yes, the new Diablo Star monster, which also is Snake Eye. He will probably summon Appaloosa here, respecting Nibiru, even though he's going against Branded.
As you mentioned, playing really safe.
Themis is a player that is known for playing always really safe.
Yeah. He's probably one of those players that if he has an issue, it probably would be the opposite one of playing too safe. But you are never gonna see him, you know, take an unnecessary risk for sure. Yeah. And yeah, outside of that, it's the usual combos that we have seen plenty of times. So
a very nice combo from Themis, summoning Appaloosa to play around not only Nibiru and us to Original.
It's gonna be Princess, yeah. Makes sense.
And now she can make Phoenix under Appaloosa to protect her from destroying from battle.
And he also has access to number 38 potentially if he wants. So really
a very well established board.
Yeah, very well played by Themis.
We see Harbinger, a very nice choice, and a very good combo.
Yeah, really good, very well played by Themis. And this is probably the most that his deck can do in this specific matchup. No dimensional barrier, but there is a super polymerization in the end.
And the top deck was Thrust, which may be very impactful.
Yeah, 5 spells and an Albion. But the super poly at the moment is not live, right? No, I don't think he has a target for this. Does he? Probably not.
No, I don't think.
Because like dragons, but because the OP is also a dragon, right? So maybe I
Yes,
don't
but
know.
they're different type
Yeah.
attribute.
So now he goes. Yeah, because he's only playing Garura. My dragon and Garura. Yeah.
It's always to draw
Yeah.
one more card going second. Maybe the answer that he's looking for. And it is high spirits.
Yeah. Full spell and he also has the deployment, I think. So. Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be the card that he activates first. You don't necessarily care too much about this.
Themis also has an Imperial Hat, which may be impactful later in the game.
And yeah, he allows it to make sense because, I mean, if he goes for Albats, you can just negate it. And yeah, this might be it.
However, Super Poly now will make its impact.
Yeah. And that's probably what he's going to go for.
He chooses not to activate the effect of Albas, probably. Not to
And yeah, here is the Super Poly, and this hurts a lot. A lot of different options available to go for this Mirror Jade. Luckily for him, he picks it up because I think number 38 is known for the spell negation effect, not so much for the battle phase one, but that can be quite relevant. And yeah, this makes a lot of sense. He gets rid of the Appaloosa, and this could smell trouble for Thames.
Number 38 negates the activation, right?
It's kind of negates the effect and then equips it. It's like a different text as compared to to other ones. So
he has a very good option here. Since Mirror Jade is on the field, he can play around IP Mascarena. And also Brand Fusion and Trust is very important.
yeah, at the moment he hasn't activated anything, I believe, but he's gonna go for the Mirror Jade right away. Yeah, gonna force out this Flamberge, and this makes things interesting because now the Trust is available. Oh, and he also has the Branded Fusion and the Droplet. Wow, what is this hand? Crazy. I think, yeah, you negate this, you banish...
you bait him with Trust and just Brand Fusion later.
Wait a second. Oh, but he goes for the Branded Fusion. Maybe the other way around was the solution, right?
I think that Vasilis thought that he can activate the second copy of Brand Fusion, but I believe that's not the case.
Not same.
Heartbreaker negates the effect, not the activation.
Let me check again, because I'm pretty sure I remember that was the case, right? Yeah, exactly. Wow, because I was pretty sure, yeah, this would have been the game, but maybe now Vasilis is realizing the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. He had an amazing hand.
She can bait Heartbreaker with talent.
Yeah.
And activate Brand Fusion.
But unfortunately, as you can see here, this is exactly what he's gonna figure out, and this makes it so that he doesn't really have much going on. Obviously, this deck does not run Zeus, as it's branded deck.
Been locked in the to fusion summoning.
What can you even get? Like talent to draw and pray. Because
He can actually take something like Foolish Burial
yeah,
to
but
send Tragedy at Aluber.
yeah,
But I
he
think
can do a little
he
bit.
has Albans on the graveyard.
Yeah. Because maybe he has access to Aluber plus Branded in Red to play a little bit, but I think he might have to take the risk and draw you with talent. Because I don't know, maybe the Foolish Burial is enough. Because you send Aluber into Branded in Red. But then what do you do?
It's very important when you play or make a play that you didn't want, then to have the courage to think another play.
Yeah.
It's
I
a very
think
hard skill.
I don't know. I don't think the Foolish Burial is enough. I think you might take the gamble and just go for draw two talent. Because I think you need the additional card in hand to discard for Lubellion. To just guarantee a chance to try and win the game. Because you also, I mean, I guess you have the Albion in graveyard from the Mirror Jade. No, it's fine. Maybe it's fine. Because the way this works is that you can activate the Retribution in grave to get a card that you can discard.
Also, you get the discard
Yeah.
put on from there.
So at least you can get the guaranteed. So maybe, yeah, you can play it safe and not take an unnecessary risk. But I think that's pretty much the line that you have to go for. You got the Retribution, branded in red. For example, that can work. Let's see.
However, Themis has a very strong follow-up with Original Grave. He gets opening.
Okay, he gets opening, but same thing, you need to then discard a card with the Retribution. For example. Oh, and he also had the
High Spirit.
High Spirit? Okay.
And
He just
let's not.
passed.
He just passed?
No.
No.
I think he did. Like, he entered the end phase, but
Yeah, since he get the High Spirit
yeah,
back
I'm pretty
in hand,
sure
it's the end
exactly.
phase.
Interesting though, because he also decided to set the Brennan in red instead of adding it to his hand and activate it in the end phase.
And let's not forget about the time, since we have under 7 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, but the problem is that now the 38 becomes live again if you pass, and he does, I think, right?
Yes.
Wow. I'm not sure. I think there was a little bit more of an opening outside, obviously, of the bait, which we mentioned. He was pretty confident that he could activate the second copy of Branded Fusion, and unfortunately, that's not the case. But as you mentioned, it's very tough to find a plan B on the spot, on stream, with like 10 minutes remaining.
Being 5-1 also,
Yeah.
very important.
But unfortunately, I think Themis can now capitalize on the chance, and you can see from Basilis' expression that he's really not happy with that turn. And now the 38 can't stop that. So again, similarly to the previous game one, if he played it safe and gets rid of the Quem, there is nothing he needs to worry about. So let's see how he decides to handle this one out.
I'm sure Themis already knows that this.
Yeah.
Except if he's playing a second copy of Flammers in his deck.
And yeah, this is some pretty solid stuff.
However, going second, I believe that he has ID out. No, he was
No,
going
he
first.
was going first this
Yeah,
game.
so
Yeah.
he's probably
He should have it. He should
Yeah.
have it. Let's see. Okay, Gkyzis is actually deck. Let's see if he can get punished, because now we get the Quem. And this might actually be pretty scary.
Maybe he wants his opponent to activate Quem effect so he can have Princess Graveyard.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems a little scary to allow your opponent to just resolve, but I think he top decked something because he's. Is it?
Maybe it's Droplet?
Yeah, drop.
Yeah, it's Droplet.
Yeah. Okay. This
That's
makes
why
yeah. Makes a lot
he
of
make
sense.
Anima.
Yeah, this changes everything because this pretty much locks the duel, as the only other card that he can use is the Branded in red, but there is no point as the 38 we just negated. And yeah, well played by Tamis here. He only needs to pay attention to the clock. 4 minutes remaining. Doesn't want to get a draw at this point.
He has so much experience that I'm sure that he already
Yeah.
knows the time.
For sure.
Just taking the graveyard, of course. Themis knows every card of his opponent.
Yeah, full knowledge. Gonna get back the Quam to his opponent.
Probably summoning a Dark. Into Celine. I think now he just wanted to take Mirror Jade.
Yeah. And yeah, this might be just enough, you know. You don't want to risk, you just want to push some damage, and then if you need to combo through, you can combo him in phase 2. Why take the unnecessary risk, you know, of drawing? Now he will be ahead by like so much life, and although not quite enough to seal the game, this is crazy good from Themis.
Is he going to utilize something like Nightmare Phoenix to destroy Brand Red? So can negate it with Hamburger in his turn?
He could, yeah.
However, he needs to pay attention on the graveyard of Vasily since he can take back Brand Fusion.
Exactly, with the retribution. And he has Nibiru and
Yeah.
something else. I don't know. Yeah, does commit a Link Summon. Could be the SP as well. Why not? And yeah, it goes for the SP to just get rid of the Brandon in red. I mean, it doesn't matter that much. The good thing about the 38 as well is that there is no Brandon Fusion in the graveyard. Because, you know, the card is not only negated, but it takes
He
them
gets
away
attached
from
also.
you. Yeah. So the retribution might not have that many targets. And yeah.
He has opening, I think, and high spirits, of course.
And let's see. One last turn and one last minute for Basilis to try and fight back what seems like an impossible task. Top decks this Rebellion.
However, 6,000 damage,
yeah,
it's a lot.
It's a lot of damage that he needs to do with this 6,050 life points.
And I'm sure that Themis feels very comfortable because he has Nibiru.
Yeah, but the main issue is the timer also at this point. As you can see, trying to play as fast as possible, but there is only that much time. If he gets the branded fusion here, again, the 38 can just negate. Special summoning Cartesia. 10 seconds remaining. Kenny makes it. Okay.
He will activate
Yeah,
the
SP will be activated. He's forced to go for Gran
You know,
Gugnol.
and I think time is cold.
Yeah, and I think time is called, and he picks up his card. Very well played by Temis.